Chapter 11 New Feelings. Anik started at the empty space where my scooter had been, his eyes wide with surprise. You sold your scooter? But why? He exclaimed. I took a moment to gather my thoughts before responding. I said, I needed some money. My voice carried a hint of vulnerability. Robin chimed, in concern. Evident was in his tone. You could have asked me. You didn't have to sell your scooter. Noted, appreciating his offer of support. I knew, but it wasn't just about the money. I needed it for college admission, new books, and other expenses at the start of the academic year. Regina, ever the critic of the education system, added her perspective. Who do we have to pay admission fees every year? It doesn't make sense. We have been studying in the same school since kindergarten, and still we have to go through the process each time. Anik interrupted, eager to shift our focus away from academics. Let's not talk about books and college right now. Guys, we are on trekking trip, remember? Realizing his point, I agreed. You're right, let's leave this topic aside. Speaking of trekking, how much farther do we have to walk? Robin, are we there yet? Robin's uncertainty crept into his voice. I'm not sure. It didn't fail this far last time we came. Anik looked puzzled. What do you mean by that? Regina's anxiety grew. Does that mean we have lost our way? Robin's voice flattered as he admitted. I'm sorry, guys. I think we might be lost. Shock and frustration filled the air. What? We exclaimed in union. Anik's anger seethed. If I had known this earlier, I would have never come here, not even in my wildest dreams. Regina, trying to salvage the situation, offered a glimmer of hope. Hey guys, we still have almost 3 hours before it gets dark. We can reach to a point where we can find a taxi or an auto rickshaw. Determined, I suggested. Let's do that. Robin's remorse hung heavy in the air. Sorry, guys. Anik's frustration lingered. What good is sorry? You have truly ruined my day, bro. Regina interjected, her voice filled with admonishment. Don't be so rude. The biting cold chilled me to the bone, and I crushed myself for not bringing warm clothing. Robin, always considerate, stepped in. Here, take my jacket. It'll keep you warm. I hesitated, not wanting to inconvenience him, but Robin insisted. Wear it. I'm not feeling that cold. Grateful, I accepted his offer. Hey, thanks. Robin dismissed my gratitude with a light-hearted comment. Don't mention it. Sounds cheesy. Finally, we reached a road where we managed to hail a taxi to take us back. Relief washed over all of us. Exhausted, I let out a sigh. We have been walking for 7 hours, guys. I'm so tired. Regina, finding solace in our newfound mode of transportation, added, At least we have a taxi now. The taxi driver, curious about our destination, asked, Are we all going to different places, sir? Robin confirmed, Yes, we are. Is that a problem? The taxi driver explained, his concern evident. Actually, my wife is in the hospital. I was just checking if it would be feasible. Anik, ever the ideas generator, exclaimed, Hey guys, I have a brilliant idea. Listen up, curiosity piqued, Regina asked. What's the idea? Anik's excitement was infectious. Despite our challenging day, we can still turn things around. My parents aren't home today, so let's go to my house, he said. Robin's enthusiasm matched Anik's. That sounds cool. It will be a fun change of pace. And Regina, you can call your house and say you are with Sanaya. Anik declared triumphantly, Bingo! It's all set now. Let's make a quick stop at the mart to buy something for later. Finally, we arrived at Anik's home, a magnificent white and yellow bungalow that stood tall in the night. Anik exclaimed, How sweet home! Robin's voice held a sense of contentment. Indeed, it feels good to be back in the comforts of home, doesn't it? Anik couldn't resist teasing us about our trekking adventure. Much better than your silly trekking skepts. The conversation shifted and Anik turned his attention to me. So, Sanaya, what are your plans for this year? shrugged, contemplating the uncertainties ahead. Where is there to plan? What is there to plan? First, I need to successfully complete this year. Robin chimed in, attempting to decipher my future path. And I'm guessing your major will be biology. Regina confirmed his assumption. Yes, we have both chosen biology. Anik, always in the know, dropped a bombshell. You guys know that Robin is moving out this year, right? Surprised, I questioned. Why? Where he is going? Robin explained his decision, revealing his father's wishes. I'll be staying with my parents for a while. My dad wants me to join the office and pursue engineering. Regina expressed her concern, questioning his ability to balance work and study. Will that be okay? Can you handle the workload? Robin reassured us, his optimism shining through. I believe it won't be too overwhelming. Besides, I'm inspired by those who manage work and study, especially those who work at night. I interjected, reflecting on the commercialization of education and employment. That's great, actually. For most ordinary people, after completing graduation, they are expected to gain 2 or 3 years of experience in their field before securing a job. It's frustrating that we have to work in a related field right after joining our bachelor's degree program. Regina chimed in, echoing my sentiments. It's a sad truth. Everything seems like excessively commercialized these days. Anik, the advocate of independence, encouraged us to carve our own paths. That's why I always say, guys, whether it's big venture or a small one, do something of your own. Build your own business. As I reflected on your youth, I realized how many excuses we found to leave the confines of our home and seek adventure. There was a certain thrill in defying our parents, a mixture of fear and delight. Yet I had little to worry about, and those moments brought an exhilarating sense of liberation. That night, we played card. Anik strummed his guitar and Robin surprised us with his poetic verses. Laughter filled the room as we reveled in each other's company. But it was almost 2 in the morning, so Regina and I went to sleep. Anik said, Hey bro, have this. Robin hesitated, asking, but Anik responded, Have it, dude. He had a beer in his hand. The girls are already asleep. Cool beer works fast with first love. Robin questioned. What's first love? Anik playfully replied, Don't act smart, you bird brain. I know you better than you know yourself, Robin admitted. I don't even know when I started liking her so much. Anik probed further. What about her? I know you haven't told her, but does she feel the same for you? Robin confessed. How would I know? I've never asked. Anik reassured him. What is there to ask? Your eyes reveal when you are in love. Robin shied. I don't know how she feels, Regina chimed in unexpectedly. But I can help you find out what she feels for you. Robin was surprised. Hey Regina, you haven't slept yet? Anik joined in. You went to sleep, right? Regina explained. Yes, I was, but I wanted to get some water and overheard your conversations. Anik amused. I don't know why girls are always so scary and full of surprises. Regina playfully teased. Yes, I'm also quite surprised to see a can of beer in your hand. Anik shrugged it off. What? It's not a big deal. We occasionally have it. We are not all time boozers, Regina countered. I know, I'm just mentioning it because I haven't seen it in almost a year of our friendship. Anyway, let's stop this. The big thing here is our lover, right? Robin agreed. Yes, Regina, how you can be one to know her heart? Please help. Regina granted his request, saying, Alrighty, wish granted. As soon as I entered the 12th standard, I realized that I needed to prioritize my studies over work. College fees, living expenses, and practical exams required additional savings. In conclusions, beside the basic necessities like food and tuition fees, there were many more expenses to consider. I found myself contemplating whether to call my father and ask for money that wasn't rightfully earned for me. Should I or shouldn't I? Was it my duty or not? These thoughts consumed my mind, raising questions about my self respect and the promise I made to myself to be an independent girl. Finally, I made the decision to resign from my job and not to call my father. I embarked on the daunting task of finding a day job, which proved to be a challenging, with only a SLC qualification since the result of 11 was not published. I wandered from place to place, clutching my resume like a lost puppy. It was though eventually I managed to overcome the situation. Thanks to Professor Muna, she offered me a job in a college library where my responsibilities included organizing books and maintaining records. Now I feel like a member of college staff, enjoying the perk of a free staff lunch. It's pretty cool. Whenever I find time, I delve into references books which haven't proven to be immensely helpful for my studies. You know, Reggie, I learned a valuable lesson from this experience. I was on the verge of calling my father, but I realized that no matter how desperate I felt, I should always seek other options to solve my problem instead of feeling helpless and compromising with the situation. There is always a way out. It's true, and there is one more truth I've come to discover. What's that, you ask? It's that I'm truly happy to have a friend like you. Whenever I see you or talk to you, a positive vibe runs through me. Every problem feels insignificant, unable to bring tears to my eyes or distract me from my goals. It's all because of you. Thank you. But I'm sorry I wasn't there for you during your hard times. Regina responded with reassurance. Hey, it's okay, Rezi. I know your aunt was sick. How is she doing? Regina confirmed. She's fine. She has diabetes and high blood pressure. Now let's stop talking about that and focus on Robin. How is he? I replied, slightly taken aback. Robin? How would I know? You can ask him yourself since he moved back in with his parents. I hardly get to see him though. Although he calls sometimes. Regina. Sensing something more, inquired further. Sanaya, let me ask you a question. Don't you think he has a crush on you? I sense it. I dismissed the idea, exclaiming, what rubbish! Why would he have a crush on me? Regina insisted. No, he cares a lot about you. I'm just asking. Trying to divert the conversation, I asked, by the way, who told you that? He had a beautiful girlfriend in college when he was in 11th. Regina clarified more. Oh, I just heard about it in college. I don't know much about her though. Let's not dwell on it. Anyway, why does it matter to us? I playfully scolded her. Razy, don't tell me just half of the things. You are so. Regina teased. What? I can see how curious you are to know about his ex girlfriend. Look at yourself. So concerned about him. I denied it, saying, no, I was just asking for general information. Regina interrupted, revealing her intentions. So, that was for your knowledge? But listen, I was just saying, I don't even know if he'd had a girlfriend before. I wanted to gauge your reaction. And don't deceive yourself. I know you feel something for him. Think about it. True love comes once in a lifetime. As time flowed, I too found myself flowing along. However, I couldn't help but realize that in my quest to move forward, I had missed out so many things in life. I missed my mother, the love and trust of my parents, and most importantly, my music, my way of expressing myself. In this cutthroat competition for survival, I stood alone in the crowd, holding on to my principles and my pride with unwavering confidence, no matter how many hardships I encountered. When I returned to my room, a deep sense of satisfaction washed over me. Looking in the mirror, I saw a relaxed and calm version of myself. My eyes seemed brighter. With each passing day, I realized it was my independence that had carried me through it all. Whenever I felt sad or troubled, I would rise and look in the mirror, questioning if I was doing anything wrong, because I knew the mirror never lies. With these thoughts, I prepare to sleep.